Welcome to the Handcrafted Podcast, the business of making things. I'm Paul, founder of Philadelphia Table Company and the Handcrafted Network, and I believe great craftsmanship deserves great business strategy. This podcast is for makers who want to build not just great products, but a thriving business. Each episode will dive into the mindset, systems, and skills that turn craft into success. All right, guys, welcome back to the Handcrafted Podcast. Hope everybody is doing well. For those of you guys who live in the Northeast, it seems like spring has sprung, at least for today. We'll see how it goes from here. I know it looked like the forecast started to get cold again, etc. All right, so this podcast is brought to you by the Handcrafted Network. The Handcrafted Network is a community of professional and semi-professional woodworkers where we connect. We actually just got off a group call. I'm recording this on a Wednesday instead of my usual Friday. And was an amazing call. We were talking about everything from customer scripts, not necessarily scripts, but how to like close customers, certain things that you can say and do to like help kind of nudge a customer along. We also talked about what are the things that are sort of like the most critical numbers to keep track of. We talked about working with interior designers. We worked on growing, and we worked on sort of like scaling and shop efficiency type stuff. So if all of those things or any of those things interest you, the group may be a really great fit for you. We have a classroom section as well for when we're not doing group calls. You can kind of go on and teach yourself all the various different things. I put together a handful of modules, and the new feature that we're doing is website audits. So if you have a website that you want my marketing person to review, you just post it in the group, and he will give you a Loom video telling you what sorts of things to go through, check, change, all that stuff. He knows what works with my company, Philadelphia Table Company, so he's sharing a lot of the inside secrets. So if you want the secret is out. Join the group, put your website there, and we will do a website audit for you. All right, so let's get to the podcast. So today I just wanted to get on really quick. I'm actually preparing to go on vacation for a week, and I just wanted to just do a quick little unload. I think it's important for me, like I've talked about in the past, to continue to put these out, and in a way it provides a little bit of a journal for me, and I hope by extension it helps you guys as well. So I'm bearing sort of everything, exposing it all as it sort of lays out. But today I wanted to talk about the value of taking a break. So running a business is hard. Doing anything with your hands is hard. And for a long time, I felt guilty taking time off. I felt guilty not working. I felt guilty, taking a weekend to chill. And, I talk a lot on this podcast about working hard, and, there's no doubt that to get to have your business get to where it needs to be, it takes relentless hard work. But relentless hard work does require breaks. It requires taking time off. It requires times of reflection, all of that sort of stuff. So the last thing I really want to promote on this podcast and sort of in the community and anybody I talk to is like a hustle culture. To me, hustle culture is this big thing that everybody's talking about, where it's like, you're working 80 hours a week, 100 hours a week. And to me, that's like not something to really be bragging about. I think so many people brag about it. Well, I got up at 4 a.m. and I started working, and I worked from 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. And it's like, bro, like that's not like that cool. Like, honestly, kind of sucks for you, right? So I think it's important for us to take a step back. It's important for us to like reflect and take some time. So with that said, work has been nuts. A lot of you guys know I use this as a journal. So as some of you guys know, February is kind of a tough month. Leading into March, we've been, it's been good. We've been busy, but it's just a lot. It's a lot to manage. It's been stressful. We have a lot of clients and stuff. So the weather's been kind of crappy in the Northeast. So my wife and I have decided we're just going to take our son, go get some sunshine, skip town for a little bit, take a week off, take a beat, come back refreshed. Whenever I go on vacations and take time, and I've always tried to prioritize that stuff. I mean, my wife is better about it than me, making sure that I take the time. But I really like to try to like fully turn off. So of course, like I'm bringing my different notepads and my journals and things to like write in and come up with ideas about, how to further move the business forward. But I think a lot of those ideas come to you sort of when you're not thinking about them. So I'm not trying to intentionally think about this stuff. So whether I'm hanging out by a pool or on the beach or whatever, or whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm kind of keeping the stuff in the back of my mind because it's all I think about anyways, right? I mean, aside from my family, my business is kind of the only other thing that I think about. Aside from my actual baby, my business is my baby. So a lot of times really great ideas come to me. Even, big founders take specific time off where they go and they have a deep think week. They have a time where they kind of do like a refocus. And I think the only way to really come back energized is to really try to take some serious time off. I know it sounds a little counterintuitive to what I always talk about, which is just the relentless hard work of things. But I want to make sure you guys take the time to take a break. You deserve it. And then this is also even further explanation or further enforces the idea of what we had talked about a few weeks ago, which was the value of scaling or the value of running your own business. I can take a break. I don't need to ask my boss if I can take a break because I am the boss, which is amazing. But at the same time, I'm also working 24/7. So the only way to really stop the 24/7 hustle is to skip town, to intentionally turn off, to intentionally take a break. With that said, you will be seeing posts from me. You will be seeing posts from Philadelphia Table Company. You will be seeing posts from the Handcrafted Network because that's kind of something that's always happening. I also have people helping me do that. I am, however, full transparency, I will be bringing my laptop with me just in case there is a deal or something that I need to clean up or some sort of mess that I need to like go in and correct and fix or something like that. So I do bring my computer with me. It's often more of a safety blanket than a comfort blanket than anything. For example, I took a vacation to Hawaii for a little while ago, and I did bring my computer with me for 2 weeks, and I didn't even open it for 2 weeks, which was pretty cool that I didn't need to do that, but I still brought it with me. I lugged it all the way there, but it was more of my like security blanket kind of thing. So if you need that, bring it with you. Otherwise, strongly urge you guys all to take a break. All right, this is a pretty quick one just because I got to go pack my bags. I got to get all my stuff together. I got an early flight tomorrow morning, and I will catch you guys in a week. Stay productive, stay busy, but don't forget to take a break. All right, guys. Peace.